So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Marie?
Well, I'm just turned 70 years old, and I have struggled with diabetes. I've struggled with a lot of back pain. Um, and about 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, I hurt my back. And I had some back pain before then, but when I hurt my back, I was on my back for 6 months and saw a physiotherapist, and it helped a little bit, but nothing ever. And basically, I hardly did squat. I just didn't do. I just couldn't move my body because everything hurt, and it was really. I felt bad about myself. And of course, when I feel bad about myself, everything hurts more. And then I discovered Igor, and and I read his newsletters, and all these people that were helped, and some of them with very similar symptoms as I had. And I thought, well, I wonder if he could help me. That's when I started inquiring. That was a good year ago, around there, and so I did, and started working with Meagan here, and it was like she was assessing, like she made it easy. She made it that I could do what I needed to do and get better, but it was no quick fix, I realized. And gradually, I'm my back is I feel better because of the food I'm eating. I feel better because of the gentleness of her exercises. And yet they're gentle, but the muscles still hurt. But it's not my back anymore as much. And I feel stronger emotionally as well as physically since working with Meagan. And and Meagan is a master at tweaking. I will say, oh, this kind of hurts this area of my body, and she'll say, well, try it in a different way. And often that does the trick. And it's so nice to be able to, like other places where, like, well, you're not doing it right, or you're, that kind of thing. It was like it was my fault always. And Meagan never, ever made me feel it was my fault. It was like, this is just what happens. And sometimes it's just a part of life. Sometimes it's just something I can do a bit better that I didn't know. And I feel very thankful that I had Meagan in my life. Is there anything?
Yeah, the main thing that I really noticed, at least when we started, was even during our first appointment, sitting was so uncomfortable for you. You were squirming a lot, you needed to get up, and now
Yeah.
you're just relaxed, and the things you do at home, that's what's really impressed me. You're not only doing your exercises, but what you can do at home.
Yeah, I'm doing more housework on a semi-regular basis,
Mm-hmm.
which is much more than I was doing before.
Mm-hmm.
And also my mood is better.
Yeah.
And that's made it, I feel better inside my skin.
You definitely seem bubblier and more energetic as we've been kind of getting to know each other for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really happy for your success. There was one day we were doing some exercises and I went, wow, you've got nicer legs than I do. That's okay. And I wasn't jealous because I thought you deserve this.
Right.
But with the blood sugar, what I've noticed is your skin has lately been really looking great. And
Yeah.
it's what's nice about that is that's right when you started to mention that things were looking more stable and you were feeling better. And it's nice to see that on your face as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and I'm more in touch with the craving as opposed to hunger.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's so I'm not overeating as much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that they don't come up, because we both know they do, but I'm getting more and more strength to say no
Mm-hmm.
to the craving as opposed to and then eat when I'm actually hungry.
Mm-hmm. So if you were to think about your life last winter and now, what do you notice as different?
Oh. I'm more, I don't know about excited is the word. I just feel more um, content with life. Um, Content because I'm I can do more things. I'm like we decided to go over to my brother-in-law's and I thought, oh, my hair is dirty. And I thought, okay, I'll just wash it. And I had like 3/4 of an hour before I need to be ready. I wouldn't have done that before. I thought, oh, I'll just leave it.
Mm-hmm.
And felt shitty about myself, crappy or whatever about myself. But I was so happy, I just wouldn't have done that before. Um, and I thought, sometimes that's all I need. I just I'm better at doing the interim things, like things that take 5 minutes, excuse me, um, just to get something make me feel better. And I wouldn't be bothered before. And now it's like I'm just happy with myself.
Great. Yeah. You've put in a lot of work on that and I can tell the difference in your even demeanor and I'm really happy that you get to feel like this. And
Yeah. And I stick up for myself now more than I did before.
Yeah, that's very important to advocate for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it helps me to, like I'm worth it.
You are
I
worth
deserve it. But when I say, oh, I can't be bothered and all that, I don't feel worth it.
Mm-hmm. So for anyone who thinks they can't do it or they're hesitant, what would you say to them to help them get started?
I was really scared. I was afraid I wouldn't like it. I was afraid it would be too hard. And but you were so gentle with me. It's like that's what's most important is to be to help me learn to be gentle with myself. So it's like try it at least once to find if it does work for you. Because I mean, as I say, it's not a quick fix, but especially the older you are. But like I was 69 when I started, and it's worth it. I mean, to me, this is an investment in my future, that I don't have to be in a use a walker or use a wheelchair. Um, keep it at bay if ever. Um, and to me, that's worth the money.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing. That was, if you were trying to get me all misty, it worked. Is there anything else that you'd like to share? Or does that feel like you've said your piece?
I think that feels pretty complete.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. And I think it's going to help a lot of people to see what's possible for themselves.